In today's video, we're looking at two intense courtroom cases that highlight the real-life consequences of poor decisions and personal responsibility. The first case involves a 20-year-old man who was already given a chance through probation after drug charges. But instead of following the rules, he repeatedly ignored the court's requirements. He failed to report to his probation officer, didn't provide proof of employment, and even tested positive for drugs again. The judge quickly realizes that he has made little to no effort to change his behavior, and the situation raises a bigger question. What happens when someone keeps wasting the chances they are given? The second case focuses on a mother of 3 young children who is dealing with a Child Protective Services case while also struggling with drug addiction. Her children are currently living with their grandmother after a serious safety concern involving one of the kids leaving the apartment unsupervised. In court, the judge examines her past actions, her drug use, and the responsibilities that come with being a parent, especially with another child on the way. The case brings up difficult questions about accountability, second chances, and what it truly means to protect and provide for your children. Both of these courtroom moments reveal how the justice system tries to balance punishment, responsibility, and the opportunity for people to change their lives before it's too late.
How are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Why do you think you're here?
For compliance hearing for criminal positive.
All right. And what else?
That should be it.
Well, let me just tell you the report I'm receiving on you. This is what the probation officer is saying to me about you. And how old are you?
20.
All right, you're 20. Since obtaining the probationer's case, when they say probationer, they're talking about you. He has shown zero to very minimal effort regarding his probation. The probationer has had issues reporting on time, reporting for field visits, testing positive for cocaine and meth, and enrolling or providing proof of employment for any remaining court-ordered programs. The probationer and I have had several discussions regarding his actions and how or what we can do to get back on track, really stressing the small actions, such as simply calling this probation officer within 24 hours after an attempted field visit or taking accountability for his action. The probationer appears to continue to struggle to grasp the severity of his circumstances and what he can do to grow and move forward with his life and the lessons he can learn on his probation path. That's the report that I have on you. The report tells me you are doing nothing, zero, nada. Why are you doing nothing on this probation in this court other than using drugs?
I have attended 2 out of the 4 classes, and we have had
No, they say you don't even call in.
calling when they come for a field visit.
Yeah, they say you're not doing the simplest of things. And what I can tell you is you've had 3 motions to revoke in this court. So, and I know that each time you came before me, I've told you that you're looking at up to 10 years in the prison. Deputy Laura, could you do me a favor? Could you place the handcuffs on him, please? Each time you come before me, I know I've told you you're looking at doing 10 years in prison. Obviously, your mother is not laying down the law with you at home. They say that you keep saying that you work with your mom, but you don't provide any proof. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to allow you to work with your mom because I don't know if your mom is actually having you work with her. So you're going to ISF. And the reason why I'm sending you to ISF is because you need an attitude adjustment. You understand? Now, if you don't want to sign to go to ISF, you don't have to sign for it. What will end up happening is a motion to revoke will be filed. So which would you prefer?
ISF, Your Honor.
All right. So he wants to go to ISF, and if you could put him in ISF cognitive.
Your Honor, So the recommendation was for local ISF.
Okay,
He did complete the state ISF.
okay.
Are you?
Well,
wanted to
if
go
the
ahead and go with
recommendation
the
is local, we can go with the local.
Okay.
Has he been drug tested?
He's on a drug patch, Your Honor.
All right. All right, so you're going to go to local ISF. This is the last time we're going to have this conversation with you following rules. Obviously, your mom is not laying down the law with you. So you're not going to be allowed to work with your mom. You're going to have to get a job with a different employer, because if you get a job with a different employer, that employer, if you don't report, they're not going to pay you. They're not going to call the court and say, oh yeah, he reported for work if you did not. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to go to prison?
No, Your Honor.
All right. If you want to go to prison, I will get an attorney appointed to you and you can go to prison and I'll send you to prison. How old are you?
20 years old.
All right. You're 20. You're going to have to start doing better. Do you have children?
No.
That's a good thing. Probation, this is serious. And I hope I'm getting your attention, because we're not going to have a conversation again where you're not doing anything. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, is there anything else you need to be successful on this probation?
No, it shouldn't be.
All right. Do not come back here again where you are not doing anything. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I keep an open mind on everything, but we are not going to have any more compliance hearings with you. If I get a report and it appears that everything is in order, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. When a motion to revoke is filed, what ends up happening is a warrant is issued for your arrest, and you will be picked up wherever you may be. You could be at the grocery store in the middle of checking out or have already checked out. You know what's going to happen? Those groceries are going to be put to the side and they're going to take you to jail. If you are at home, they're going to pick you up and take you to jail. If you're in the middle of watching a movie and you're at the part where they're about to solve everything, guess what? If they pick you up during that time, you're going to miss what happens. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
In this court, probation is serious. In this court, communication is key. And probation officers know that I like for them to communicate with people. And that's why they put in here that they've had several discussions with you regarding your actions. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Elaine Briard?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Briard.
Briard? Oh, I was doing great. All right. So how many children do you have? All right, excuse me. In this area, you all are blocking probation. She cannot hear, she cannot see.
I have 3 children. I'm expecting.
All right. How old are your 3 other children?
They're 2, 3, and 5 months.
And where are they?
They're with their grandmother.
So how long have they been with their grandmother?
A couple of months, Judge.
Why?
I just had some things going on. I thought it was best for my mother-in-law has custody of my kids right now.
Why does she have custody?
Because I had
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to speak
I
up.
had a CPS case going on because my son had got out of the apartment when everybody was sleeping early in the morning, and so
Is this the 5-month-old?
no, ma'am. They're 2, 3-year-old.
Okay. So you have a CPS case.
Yes, ma'am. It's currently about to be closed.
Oh, it's about to be closed?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means if it's about to be closed, that means, and your attorney does CPS work, right? So tell her what that means, counselor.
Judge, what happened was it turned out to be a safety plan, an investigation in which I met the safety placement and she verified everything.
So,
If everything pans out, she knows it will be closed. If not, it could go legal. But
and the reason why they do the safety plans means exactly what it says, safety plan.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's your drug of choice?
I mean, I don't do any drugs right now, but I was using methamphetamines, but I've been sober for quite a while now.
All right. How often were you using meth?
Like maybe every week, every other week. It just depends.
When's the last time you used meth?
Like 4 months.
All right. So that's probably why CPS was involved. When's the last time you had employment?
I was right before I was arrested.
Doing what?
I was doing home health care and working for a hotel at the front desk.
All right, I can tell you right now, I don't allow people on probation here to be home health care providers.
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
To the 8th grade.
See, and this is nothing about you, but this is my problem with home health care providers. Home health care providing is turning into West telemarketing. They don't do background checks. They're just letting anybody come in. And maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but they're looking at the bottom line, the dollar line. So I'm being told that they're letting somebody with an 8th grade education who has meth issues, who has 3 children that she doesn't even have custody for them, work as a home health care provider. Thank you, home health care provider people. So that is why I don't let people work as home health care provider. Now, maybe once you get your life together, maybe that will be a good fit for you, but I'm not going to allow that.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
So why do you only have your 8th grade education?
I just never furthered my education, but I am in, actually, just before I got arrested, got some GD books from the library, so I am trying to pursue my GD.
Okay. So what are you planning on doing with your rest of your life? What are your hopes, your dreams?
Well, after I get my GD, I want to be a cosmetologist. So.
Okay. Hey, that's doable. But I will tell you this, anything that requires a license, when you have convictions, before you start spending all that money to do it, you need to find out from the state, wherever you're going to be licensed, if that's going to be a hindrance to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Not saying that it will stop you, but it may cause complications.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, counsel, is there anything else?
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years.
Judge, she'd like to know how much longer or how long she would be waiting for that tax evaluation since you ordered it in custody.
Yes.
Up to 2 weeks.
Up to 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so here's the thing. Those 3 children, those are your children. It's not the grandparents' child. The grandparents are just supposed to be grandparents to children. They're not supposed to be raising more children, which is raising your children. You cannot have children and then tell them to go to Travis Park and say, you're on your own. And there is no reason a child should be able to get out of your house and you not know about it, and they're that age. So many things could have happened to your child when they got out of the house. Could have been hit by a car. And guess what? People can't see children that age because they're tiny and they're small. Somebody could have picked them up. And guess what? There's a reason we have indecency with a child cases in this court. Anything could have happened to your child. And when you're using drugs and you're pregnant, whatever you're using, your child is using too. So if you don't think a baby should be smoking a cigarette, you shouldn't be smoking a cigarette, because guess what? When you're carrying a child and you're smoking a cigarette, your babies are smoking a cigarette. If you don't think a child should be doing alcohol, when you're drinking alcohol, your baby's drinking alcohol. You're going to have to start making better choices. You understand?
Courtrooms often reveal stories that are far more than just legal cases. They show the real consequences of people's choices, the struggles of families, and sometimes the difficult decisions judges must make. In this video, we're looking at 2 powerful courtroom cases. One involves a young man who was given a chance to stay out of prison, but failed to take responsibility for his actions. The other case focuses on a mother whose struggle with drugs and poor decisions placed her children in serious danger. Both cases raise important questions about responsibility, second chances, and the consequences of our choices. The first case involves a 20-year-old man who is standing in court after already being convicted of drug charges involving cocaine and marijuana. Instead of sending him directly to prison, The court previously gave him an opportunity to stay out of jail by placing him on probation. Probation is meant to give someone a second chance. As long as the person follows certain rules, reports to their probation officer, avoids drugs, and maintains stable employment, they can continue living outside of prison. But in this situation, the young man did not take that opportunity seriously. According to the judge, the defendant showed almost no effort in complying with the terms of his probation. He failed to report properly to his probation officer, missed required field visits, and did not provide proof that he had a stable job. Things became even worse when drug tests revealed that he had recently used cocaine and methamphetamine. The judge's frustration was obvious. From the court's perspective, this young man had been given a clear chance to turn his life around, yet he seemed unwilling to put in even the minimum effort required to stay on the right path. During the hearing, the court also discussed his employment situation. The young man claimed he was working with his mother, but the judge was not satisfied with that arrangement. The judge believed that continuing to work under his mother might not help him develop the independence and responsibility he clearly needed. Because of that, the judge made it clear that he would not be allowed to continue working for his mother. Instead, he would need to find a different job and prove that he could function responsibly in the real world. Rather than immediately sending him to prison, the judge decided on a different form of punishment designed to correct his behavior. The court ordered the young man to spend time in an intermediate sanctioned facility, often referred to as an ISF. These facilities are designed to provide stricter supervision and discipline for probation violators without placing them in long-term prison. The judge even described it as something of an attitude adjustment. The goal was clear: to give the young man a wake-up call before his situation became even worse. However, the warning from the court was serious. If he continues violating probation or refuses to change his behavior, he could face a prison sentence of up to 10 years. The situation highlights a difficult reality. Sometimes people are given multiple chances in life, but if they never face real consequences, they may never learn to take responsibility for their actions. The second case presented in this courtroom tells a very different but equally troubling story. This time, the person standing before the judge is a mother of 3 young children. On top of that, she is also pregnant with another child. Her situation came to the court's attention after a disturbing incident involving her 3-year-old son. According to the case details, the young child managed to leave the apartment while everyone inside was sleeping. The child wandered outside unsupervised, which immediately raised serious concerns about the safety of the home environment. Because of the danger this posed, Child Protective Services became involved in the case. A safety plan was quickly put in place. Under that plan, the children were temporarily placed with their grandmother while the situation was investigated further. During the court hearing, the mother admitted that she had previously used methamphetamine. However, she told the judge that she had been sober for about 4 months. Even so, the judge had serious concerns about her history and her ability to provide a safe and stable environment for her children. Another issue raised during the hearing involved her past work as a home healthcare provider. The judge questioned how someone with limited education and a history of drug use had been placed in a position responsible for caring for vulnerable people. The court clearly felt that her choices showed a pattern of poor judgment. Eventually, the judge announced the sentence. The mother was given 2 years in a state jail facility. However, that sentence was suspended, meaning she would not go directly to jail as long as she successfully completed 4 years of probation. This decision effectively gave her another opportunity to prove that she could change her life. But the judge made it clear that the situation was extremely serious. The court spoke firmly about the responsibilities of being a parent and the dangers of neglect. The judge also emphasized the risks associated with drug use, especially during pregnancy. The message from the bench was direct. The safety and well-being of children must always come first. If she fails to follow the conditions of her probation or returns to drug use, the consequences could be severe, including the possibility of serving the full jail sentence. Cases like these show how complicated the justice system can be. Judges are often forced to balance punishment with the possibility of rehabilitation. They must decide whether someone deserves another chance or whether stronger consequences are necessary to protect the public and vulnerable family members. In both of these cases, the court ultimately chose to give the defendants another opportunity to change their behavior. But those chances come with strict conditions. If those conditions are ignored, the next courtroom appearance may not end with probation. Instead, it could end with prison. And for many people, that moment becomes the turning point that determines the direction of the rest of their lives.